So in a few seconds, you realize why a lot of women are single. So when you look at yourself, what would you say you need to improve when you're dealing with the opposite gender?
Nothing. Shit, I don't think there's any flaws. I don't really have any
Nothing
flaws.
to improve. What I need to improve?
Yes.
Probably his timing.
Wait, your timing or his timing?
His timing.
No, it's about you though.
Oh,
you
what
need
do I
to.
need to
Yeah, what
improve?
do you need to improve?
I don't know.
You see how she jumped straight to you?
How many men are being wrongfully accused of being emotionally abusive, narcissistic, or gaslighting when really the accusations are being made by an emotionally unstable woman? Now, this is a reality we don't discuss because a lot of women are indeed plagued with the presuppositions that their feelings are supposed to be the only feelings that matter in a relationship. Their feelings are supposed to be the focal point. The guy is supposed to do everything to make sure that they are happy and satisfied. And any attempt made by men to draw boundaries, to criticize the woman, judge the woman, shame the woman, hold her accountable, will be met with manipulative terms like this that women erroneously attribute to normal male behavior and men simply wanting respect and their feelings to be acknowledged and valued as well. A significant percentage of women have unrealistic expectations and have no idea about how relationships are actually supposed to work and how to make them work. And many modern women genuinely have poor interpersonal relationship skills. It is the accepted norm that a woman's perception of a relationship is the golden rule and standard of how relationships should be. And men who fail to abide by those standards are often vilified when the woman is actually the one who's in the wrong.
Way too many guys get slammed with false labels like narcissist or gaslighter just because a woman's unstable or playing the victim. It's crazy how women's feelings get treated like the only thing that matters, and men who try to set boundaries end up branded as the bad guy. This double standard's ruining real relationships and making women almost undateable.
This is the #1 problem with women in the modern day. They simply see men as the enemy, and they don't see correction as a form of love. You see, men talk, we have conversations to establish dominance and to solve problems. Women, on the other hand, women like to talk because they like to share feelings. They like to grow closer. They use it as a form of intimacy. But it can be detrimental, especially when problems arise. Because as a guy, you're a problem solver. You see an issue, you want to correct it. This issue requires you to criticize the behavior that she's exhibiting, and she takes offense to it. She gets on the defensive, she gets triggered, and now you guys end up arguing. It's their own subjective perspectives and interpretations of when we try to correct them, that we're coming at them, that we're attacking them, we're trying to offend them, that keeps them in a state of constant combativeness. They don't see it as a form of love.
In order for you to be a leader, you need to have people that are prepared to follow. And the fact of the matter is, you can be a fantastic leader, but because you have feminist propaganda, it is impossible for men to lead. Women demanded equality.
I agree.
You got it. You can't lead someone who wants to mutiny and who is not prepared to follow. Here's the thing, a lot of women want leadership and they're biologically and evolutionarily attracted to leadership traits in men. Decisive, dominant, masculine, leader. However, these same women do not want to follow.
Here's the truth. Women say they want a strong leader, but can't handle being led. They crave dominance, then resist it. Modern feminism told them they're bosses too, so now you've got men trying to lead women who think every decision is a threat. You can't lead someone who's ready to rebel.
As you guys know, dating is hard for most men, and we know that the majority of men can't get dates and are not having sex. Those who do end up going on dates have to endure a woman just to get laid. I mean, think about it for a second. A man has to plan a date, take her to some restaurant that costs way too much money, or pay for drinks at a bar that are overpriced. While at the restaurant or at the bar, the man has to listen to a modern woman go on and on and on about things he does not care about. I want you guys listening and the guys in the chat to think back to all the times you had to sit there and fake interest in what some 304 was talking about on a date. She talks about her education, her career, her ex, her dog, and you just got to sit there and smile. Nod your head. I call this the male poker face. I've heard men say that they need to not shame women when they said they did crazy sexual things. So it's like, you might feel disgust, but you should have a poker face. That way the women will reveal more. So that way after the marriage and kids, you don't find out. It's better to find out before the marriage and kids.
It's wild how dudes gotta jump through flaming hoops just to maybe get some. Plan the date, drop cash, fake smiles, all just to listen to a chick talk about her dog and her ex. Meanwhile, she's not bringing anything to the table, but stories and expectations. Joke's on us.
Why are modern women so undateable and so unmarriageable? Even if they're hot enough to hook up with, they're still not marriageable, and this is why they end up hating guys, and guys don't want to commit to them, because even if they look good, everything about their behavior is so unattractive. So here's some things that guys find unattractive. 1, posting photos of guys on social media. 2, posting photos on social media at all. Any form of promiscuous behavior, wearing promiscuous clothes, acting like a slut, looking like a slut, just being trashy in any capacity. This behavior we find disgusting. Now, most modern guys aren't going to tell you this. They're just going to say, oh yeah, you're into, I don't know what they'll say. Like, I don't say it. So they'll say some bullshit to you, but it's not true. So they'll date you for a while, break up with you. They won't tell you why. And you'll be like, you're an asshole, you lied to me. He did, but you picked a guy who would lie to you.
Modern women out here looking like 10s but acting like 2s. You ain't wife material, just cause you got a fat ass and fillers. Dudes will smash, sure, but marry, hell no. Acting wild online, dressing like IG models, flexing thirst traps, then crying when a man don't take them seriously.
One of the biggest complaints that we get from guys that are in the dating marketplace is the flake rate. Women plan a date with them, oh, I'll come out with you, blah, 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 and then she doesn't show up, or she doesn't respond to text or whatever. Anytime a girl flakes on a guy, what it simply means is something better came along. And thanks to the internet, thanks to Instagram, thanks to dating apps, etc., which dating apps heavily favor women, by the way. Guys absolutely fail dating apps. Only about 5% of guys even get swiped right in the first place. Women have more abundance than ever before, and they have more options than ever before. And I don't think guys understand. We've interviewed 2,500 women now at this point on our show. And what I've come to realize is the abundance of options that modern day women have is absolutely influenced how they view the opposite gender. Most women, unfortunately, do not respect most men. Most women think most men are below them.
Flaking ain't random, it's just facts. She thought she could do better. That's the brutal truth. Thanks to dating apps and simps in DMs, women feel like Beyonce-level VIPs with endless options. So yeah, if she ghosts, it's cause Chad with a six-pack slid in, not cause you messed up.
Do you want to know what the problem with many modern women nowadays is? Many modern women, they lack in self-respect, self-worth, integrity, shame, and above all of that, modesty. I mean, just look around. These women are out here celebrating a high body count. They're barely dressed, drunk, twerking in public or on club couches. Instead of competing for a man and work with him, they rather compete with the man. They have nasty attitudes, most of them are disrespectful, and many of them expect a childless man to take care of a whole other man's child. And when you look at her social media, and it really doesn't matter what type of caption she is using under her post, it's always all about her, her ass, her outfit, where she is, what she's doing, and all of that. It's never about anyone else. It's always about their narcissistic ass. I don't want to talk about all of them, but 99% of them are full of it. Yes, I said what I said. Hate it or love it.
Modern women today got zero self-respect, zero shame, and zero modesty. They flaunt wild lifestyles, act like they're in competition with men instead of building something with them. Expecting a guy to raise some other dude's kid? Nah, that's straight disrespect. And social media, it's all about their narcissistic selfie show, facts.
Back in the days, most of the time, you would wait for someone to make the first move. It might be on the first date, it might be the third date, whatever. It could be the man, it could be the woman. But now, all my friends have noticed that the man has stopped making the first move. All my girlfriends are like, they're waiting. It's the third date, fourth date, a week later. He hasn't gone in for the kiss. He doesn't do any touching or anything. And I've asked my dude friends that are single, and they were like, you don't know where a woman's gonna go with that story anymore. I ain't touching nobody. And it sucks because the Me Too movement is so strong and so powerful for the people that need it, but it shouldn't ruin the maturity that we should have within intimacy and relationships.
Men ain't making the first move anymore, because we're tired of gambling our lives on a damn kiss. Back in the day, a spark meant go for it. Now, one misread vibe and boom, accused, cancelled, done. Me Too helped real victims, but it also built a minefield where good men get blown up for nothing.
A dude flipping hamburgers can't keep a modern woman. The top 50 richest men in the world can't keep a modern woman. What makes you think that you can, sir? Get them? Sure, that's the easy part. Keep them? That's the hard part.
It's wild how even the richest dudes out here can't hold on to these modern chicks. It's not about love, loyalty, or building anymore. It's about ego and endless options. Not worth the grind when respect isn't even on the table.
Hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, bro. I don't really think any modern woman could be trusted today. I don't think a single one can really be trusted today. Like, they've gotten so pushy with the "I'm woman, hear me roar" rhetoric in like the school systems and stuff, that like even at the beginning stages of school, they're driving this into these women's heads. By the time they get to the dating age, these girls today, they have like a disdain for men. They're like proud of being deceitful towards good men for the most part. Like the hookup culture is pushed so rampantly. I don't know how you can find somebody that would ever make a remotely wise, curious man feel at ease without settling for somebody who's got a probably relatively, at the very least, busy past that you're going to overlook. Like, I don't think a lot of men realize just how normal the worst of the worst behavior that you see is becoming.
Simply put, combining female hypergamy with social media and smartphones has been a disaster. They all end up getting bored eventually, no matter how great things were at the beginning/peak. They are also sneaky and devious. Definitely cannot be trusted. Modern women ain't raised to love or build with a man. They're raised to compete, deceive, and win some power trip battle. The ones that ain't trash. Still marinated in the culture, trust is dead, and most of us ain't dumb enough to ignore the body count lie. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it hit home. Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. See you tomorrow.